Welcome to Mexico City. So currently we're stuck in Mexico waiting for a package to clear customs, so we decided to drive 2 hours north to go explore one of the world's largest cities, Mexico City. We're here for 2 days, which means eating Michelin star tacos, going to a Lucha Libre event, and seeing what else we can find during our 48 hours in the city. Oh yeah, before we really just dive in, we need to introduce ourselves. I'm Chris, and this is Sarah, and currently we're driving down the Pan American Highway from the USA to Argentina. We could go into more details, but we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the video here. And thanks to Airlo for sponsoring this video. So, let's go.
We're gonna go ahead and apologize because we know this section of the vlog's footage is not gonna be top quality because we are not allowed to bring our cameras where we're going next. But trust me, it is worth it just to have it on iPhone. Thank goodness iPhone quality's gotten better because this is going to be a heck of an experience.
This is something that I've been wanting to do for years. It's finally here. All right, let's go. Best thing we've ever spent money on in a long, long time. I can't speak for Sarah, but this is one of the best things that we've done in a while.
This is a lot of fun.
We're not big wrestling people, but man.
I watched a wrestling match in my life.
Like,
in fact, I think my grandpa used to watch it. My mom used to say, turn that off when you're around.
Oh, this was so much fun.
It's acting and there's costumes and they have personalities. And I want to disclose that we were here on family night. And even by American standards, there were some things I don't know if I would say are completely children appropriate. Just like costumes for some of the women and stuff. But the men, I think, were pretty fine. It was a lot of fun. So just use your own discretion.
She said that it's theater. It's not. 100% real.
One of the things that always surprises us about Mexico City is the green space. It's like we only have a couple days here in Mexico City, but one of the things we really want to do is get back over to this park that's located in Condesa. It's absolutely beautiful. When we were here for a month in 2022, so it's been a couple years, but we stayed just a couple blocks from here and we walked over here every morning. We got coffee at different cafes along it, and then we would take Kramer to walk in the park, get a bunch of exercise. There's even an actual dog park in there, like an off-leash dog park. So if you hear a lot of barking, that's what that is. It's shaded, it's beautiful. Even if we only have 2 days, we just want to sit and drink coffee and people watch. It's good people watching and dog watching. So we're walking miles and miles around Mexico City today, which is a great time to go ahead and mention our sponsor of this video, which is Airlo.
If you're not familiar with who Airlo is, they're a fully digital eSIM company that's available in 200 countries and regions around the world.
So today in Mexico City, we're having to use navigation apps, we're having to use transportation apps, we're looking up reviews of restaurants and all sorts of things as we go to find all the best spots in Mexico City, and that wouldn't be possible without Airlo.
It's 100% a fully digital eSIM, which means you can keep it on your phone and the same number. You don't have to change anything. Even before we step foot in a new country, we're able to install Airlo on our phones. That way when we land, we're not having to worry about finding Wi-Fi at the most random coffee shop. The best part is that you can do all of this before getting to your final destination. Put your phone on airplane mode, and once you land, flip that switch back on, and boom, you're connected.
Hey, it's over here.
So all you have to do is go download the app, select the country and region that corresponds with where you're going, and then select the data package of your choice, and then from there, setting up the eSIM is pretty seamless and it's a quick breeze. So if you want to check out Airlo for yourself and get $3 off your first purchase, all you have to do is scan the QR code or go to the link in the description below. Thanks Airlo for sponsoring this video. You've made getting around Mexico City pretty seamless.
Okay, bottom line is you gotta try churros when you come to Mexico. Mexico City has one place that is delicious and it is the most recommended. It's called Churro El Moro. And there's a few different locations in town, but we also heard that this place is really popular for churros. It's called El Convento and it's the convent. Where do you think one finds a special churro dish like this? I like this little plate. How cute are they? These are stuffed. You see, it's got the whole. So this churro is their breakfast churro. And I was having a hard time. I was like, what is that flavor? It's leche, which is milk. It does taste kind of custardy, but it's really good. I was laughing. I was like, haha, this is breakfast? This isn't breakfast food because it's so sugary. And then I started thinking, I was like, well, Americans eat Captain Crunch and cinnamon rolls for breakfast, so do as the Mexicans do.
When you order churros, you have to get a chocolate one. It's part of the natural order. Very good. Real chocolatey. Hence the chocolate on the churro, but...
My one critique, and this is nothing against them. The churro, I actually like the taste of the churro itself and the texture of it more than El Moro, because I feel like the few times I've been to El Moro, they've been a little bit drier, but maybe that's how they're supposed to be. I don't know. I like these because they still have the crispy outside, but they're a little soft on the inside. They're easier to swallow. Sometimes the El Moro ones are just so dry, it's like just a little hard to swallow. My only critique, though, about these is I saw on the menu it's Hershey's chocolate, and considering that chocolate is from Mexico, I would have expected like a homemade chocolate, which I believe is what El Moro is more known for. So if you want a good cheap churro that's not overpriced, this is a good place to come. Just don't necessarily get the chocolate because that might not be what they're best known for. Your favorite?
You know my favorite? Entonces everything.
So I saw this place online and we had to come here. So we're in Roma now, which is Roma and Condesa are like side by side. And they're both very trendy neighborhoods. Pretty gentrified, but like really cool restaurants and shops and that kind of thing. But this one is a tiny, tiny little cafe restaurant, and it's a Japanese-Mexican fusion. It's owned by a husband and wife. He's Japanese and she's from Puebla, which is just south of Mexico City. So they met here in Mexico City and then opened up their own little cafe in 2022, which is right here. Thank you. Gracias. So what they do, they only do one thing, and it's called onigiri, but they've got lots of different flavors. They've got salmon, spicy tuna. The owner is here right now, and we said, give us your 4 favorite. And then we also got cold tea. So you can get miso soup. They have very few things. There's only 4 chairs out here. So it's mostly take to go, but it is a really sweet little shop. It feels like a little piece of Japan right here in the middle of Mexico City. The little things of rice, and they have like different fillings. So they have like spicy tuna, salmon, but then they wrap it in seaweed. Please don't hate me. They're kind of like little hot pockets. Japanese Mexican fusion. So the flavors are like a blend of the 2 cultures, and it's just a perfect blend of husband and wife, which is really cool. But I read something online of like how they wrap it up. They kind of tie up the rice, and that's sort of symbolic of the tying of the 2 cultures together. It's got like a savory filling, wrapped in the seaweed. The rice is all sticky. Y'all know we love our Mexican food, but it is nice to have like a little variety and flavor. And that's sort of one of the things about coming to Mexico City that's really fun, especially in this area, is you get great food that might not be traditionally Mexican, or there may be like a really unique take on traditional Mexican food. But this, having a little Japanese, little Mexican fusion, it's pretty good. It's a nice change of pace.
One of the nice things about this shop being rather small is that you're able to sit on the sidewalk and just chill. Like, it was just fun just eating here and just being kind of quiet and nice, and it's very relaxed. If you're in Mexico City, come here. This was well worth the walk. So you may or may not know, Mexico discovered chocolate, which we owe them a lot for. And today, we're gonna have some chocolate here.
So chocolate has had a little bit of change since Mexico was colonized, because when it was colonized, the Spaniards brought over cows, which eventually meant milk in the chocolate. So prior to that, they would put water in the chocolate. And then once it was colonized and there was influence from Spain, it was milk and chocolate. This place does both. We opted to get our chocolates cold today instead of hot. And we got two different options. So we got the 100% cocoa with leche. And then we got a 50% with milk and honey to add just a little bit of sweet. I'm thinking, I'm already a soup person, but this just brought soup to a whole nother level. I love chocolate. Not that that's really a unique thought in life. I know a lot of people love chocolate. I really like chocolate. And this is thick, slightly sweetened, very rich chocolate. Iced chocolate. This is the small. This is the small size. I'm slightly afraid to know what the large looks like.
Please, sir, can I have some more? This is the 100% chocolate. They did put milk in it for us, which I think helps a little bit. It is bitter. So if you like bitter chocolate, get the 100%. It's very good. It's just very bitter. This one, definitely more sweet. Your typical kind of chocolate from America, right? It does look like you're eating soup.
If calling it soup means I can eat it as a meal, I'm all about it. Taquería of Califa de León. We've been around since, I think, 1968. But what's really cool about this place is it was recently awarded a Michelin star. Only taco stand in Mexico City, actually I think all of Mexico, that has a Michelin star. So for just a couple dollars, you can experience a world-class awarded meal. Love it. It's good, but it's just right here, and it's an area that a lot of tourists don't necessarily come to in Mexico City. You're not far from like the centro area, but you're kind of off the beaten path a little bit.
Sarah got the rib, and I got the chopped, which is very, very good. So the thing about Michelin star restaurants is they base a lot of it on consistency. Like, they'll keep coming back to the same restaurant. And whoever, a part of the Michelin program, came here consistently and was like, this thing is consistently good. And normally there's a line.
That's good. Ooh, I like the salsa a lot. I don't know for sure, but I think the salsa is kind of what they're really known for. It kind of sets it apart.
This is like sweat of joy. This green verde sauce is really spicy, but it's not like I'm gonna kick over and die kind of spicy. It just has this heat to it that honestly, like, I took a look at this, I didn't think it looked very good. Like, I just didn't. But then once I had a bite, this is one of the best tacos. It's very, very good.
You gotta trust the Michelin man. And maybe it's just me, but I didn't actually know the Michelin stars came from like the Michelin Man organization. I had no idea there was relation there until like a year ago.
I like my coffee black, no milk, and hold the sugar, please. Can't take too much because the jitters just ain't good for me.
Sunday brunch time here in Mexico City, and we were already very close to this place. We featured this in our first Mexico City video about 2.5 years ago. So apologies if it's a repeat for some of y'all, but it's called Panadería Rosetta, and it's a very famous bakery. It's actually been featured a lot on like Somebody Feed Phil on Netflix, which is one of our favorite shows. And this is their second location. We haven't been to this location before. They're not too far apart from each other, but we've only ever been to the original one. This one looked really small from the outside, but then they're like, no, we have a whole rooftop upstairs. So this one actually is larger, it seems like. We wanted to come back and get a donut. It's been a while since we've had a donut. Yes, they have full brunch and everything. It's a little on the pricey side for Mexico City, but it is a fun treat. Beautiful rooftop space, 70 degrees and sunny outside, and we're drinking iced lattes. Chris got an Americano, and we got 2 donuts. So we got the mango donut, and then we got this one the last time, and we decided to get it again. It's a fig donut, and one of the most commented things on our first Mexico City video is I asked what kind of fruit that was on top. And then I think people thought I was an idiot because I didn't know it was a fig, but I know now. This is a fig donut. It's got like a creamy filling, not as heavy as like a Bavarian cream filling. And it's got a little bit of mango, the frosting on top. The dough is just top notch. I'm tasting a little bit of almond extract, I think, in it. So I don't know that Chris is gonna be able to have it, which is a shame because he loves mango. Sorry, Chris.
I'm not gonna let you watch me eat this because, you know, Sarah said it perfectly. The dough's perfect. This is sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It has like a nice little zing to it. It's good fig, very good fig. It's like a fig Newton in a donut form, but 1,000 times better.
It's a disgrace to the baker. Happy Sunday in Mexico City. So every Sunday, this is Avenue Reforma, and they close it down for pedestrians, cyclists to just enjoy from the morning till around like I think 1 p.m.-ish. Double check me on that. But they close it down, and it's just a way that people can get out and get active. The city is huge, and it's so busy. But then this on Sunday afternoon is absolutely lovely. There's this, it's tree lined. It's a very nice area of town. There's fountains and monuments, and you can come and enjoy breakfast or brunch at a cafe along, go for a run, a bike ride. But today is extra special because it is the Mexico City Marathon, which we didn't know until we woke up this morning, and then outside our window was a bunch of runners, and we didn't know what was happening at first until we saw people's number tags on them, and we quickly figured it out. It's 11 a.m. now. These people are looking pretty beat. So I hope for their sake the end is in sight. But they've got half the road for just the recreational people, like out running and walking and that kind of thing, and then the other half of the street is dedicated to the marathon today. It's loud, it's fun, it's good to be back.
For behind the scenes and extra content, you can head on over to our Patreon community. Otherwise, be sure to follow on Instagram or like and subscribe here. It really helps creators like us.